and welcome to Draw With Me. I am Danny Gregory, and we get together every Thursday to draw various kinds of things. It's not a drawing lesson, it's a drawing, prompt?
Drawing session?
Drawing session, perhaps.
Not a lesson, it's a session.
It's not a lesson, it's a session. All right, good. Well, this is JJ.
Hi.
Hello, and let's try it. Look at me. It worked. Okay, good.
We've reordered our room.
We
are sitting right next to each other, but in a slightly different direction.
You've ruined the magic.
Yeah.
You've showed them how it's done now.
Yeah, they call that showing how the sausage is made.
Exactly, right. So speaking of sausage being made, thank you to everybody who made those beautiful optimistic quotes that we showed at the beginning of the episode.
And I really loved the in the gutter and looking at the stars.
I know there were just so many nice ones.
Many good ones.
And some people did their own that were different. They were different ones than
the martini.
The martini, yes. The martini glass is half
Wilma
full.
Kasakian did the martini because they are best full. We'd like to have mini teenies. That's a thing in our house we get because sometimes when you go to a bar or restaurant, they serve you these things in a fishbowl, and they're not.
Can do several.
They're unsafe, but we have like these tiny little glasses. I think they're vintage.
And you always have an olive to cling to.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
So it's just like a little taste.
That's. But right now we're in dry February, so that's not happening. Kind of, right?
We sort of cheated on dry January a bit more than was probably advisable. So we're just doing a bit of dry. But tomorrow, it's tomorrow, we are going out for a really fancy dinner, like a chef's table kind of dinner, like a pre-Valentine's Day kind of dinner, like fancy.
That is exciting.
We'll report back to you.
Hey, Robert Crumb is here. Robert, it's nice to see you again. And, big fan, long-time listener.
Thanks for blessing us.
Thank you, Robert. I hope that we will get more stars of the sketchbook showing up. Speaking of people, all right, that was a terrible segue. So we live in Phoenix in
Paradise.
In Paradise.
This time of year, Paradise.
It is very, very nice. But we want to tell you about one of our neighbors, right? So when we walk the dogs, we
So this is the thing, Danny.
Speaking of Valentine's Day.
Yeah, well, I mean, we have to roll back. We have to go the way back machine and talk about Halloween.
Halloween, yes.
Which people here get really excited about. And rightfully so, because it contains candy, so it's a very, very good holiday. But people decorate their yards for Halloween. They do incredible installations. They have sometimes like whole light shows and interactive things. Anyway, this is around the corner where we typically walk Twiggy, and we thought, wow, that's quite something. It's quite a large.
Yeah, so there are a few people who have this, but this is one of the more impressive ones. So it's this giant skeleton. It's like, as you can tell, it's like 10, like up 12 feet high.
Yeah, up to their roof.
Yeah, it's huge.
It's huge.
So they also had the giant spider there, and
so we were rightfully impressed. We were like, these are good neighbors.
That's cool.
They're putting in very good effort. Like on a scale of 1 to 10, I would say this is a solid 9. Like they were. It
was good. And so then Halloween ended. Everybody was taking down their Halloween decorations, but not this family.
So then
what they did is they left the skeleton up, and then Thanksgiving comes along, and there they have all this other stuff, but there's still the skeleton. But now the skeleton is wearing an apron to cook turkey with. He's holding a beer and a football, and he's got this turkey chef.
Yeah,
which is kind of grotesque.
And
think about
like,
a turkey that's a chef cook turkey.
Yeah, but it was very. We appreciated their inventiveness. We had a hearty chuckle.
Yeah, so that was cool. And then Thanksgiving. We don't have a picture of Christmas.
I know, and it was very. You can imagine how this guy just was such a charming little Santa.
So they dressed him up as Santa, and I think they had some like deers.
Yeah, they had a lot. They did it right. But then imagine and then we thought, well, surely that's it for the season.
And then this came up about a week ago. So now maybe, I don't know, maybe it's reaching the end. that it is now has become a Valentine thing.
I think we have a leprechaun in our future, but for now...
You think that?
Yeah, but for now, I'm just going to enjoy
maybe an Easter bunny?
These have to be our new favorite neighbors. I think we have to figure out how to become friends with these people because I really do want to hang out with them.
Yeah, we saw them once and we said, we love your skeleton. And the wife was like extremely excited and grateful that we had noticed it. And the husband was sort of like...
He almost backed over us in his SUV. Like he was coming out that driveway real fast.
Like, thanks very much for reinforcing this horrible thing. Anyway, so that's life here in Phoenix.
It's almost it was the key to us understanding it's almost Valentine's Day and we should probably plan for it because prior to that I was still sort of living in January. The month that just evaporated.
Before we move on, you might want to start getting ready because we're gonna start to think about what today's assignment is going to be, and it's going to be a relay. So if you've never done a relay with us before, what it is basically is get a bunch of random art supplies. Could be pens, could be pencils, could be brushes, could be watercolors, could be markers, a bunch of different ones and different colors. It could be stuff that you've never really used, but you just have kind of sitting around. So start gathering that and pile it up on your desk. You're going to need at least 6 different materials, six different things to draw with, or you could paint with them. And what we're going to do is we're going to have a timed drawing. So we're going to have a 4-minute, we're going to put up a picture for 4 minutes. We're going to set a timer. We're going to start drawing with whatever the thing is that you picked up in your hand. And then after 4 minutes, the timer goes off and we move to
4 minutes? Oh, I had it set for 3. Wow, I was going to...
Yeah, no, you don't need a timer. I'm all set up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so...
Well, why am I here?
I ask myself that every day. Then you'll grab a totally different one. And I think it's nice when you do it all on the same paper. So you'll end up having 6 drawings, each 4 minutes, each a different material. So you could start thinking about that.
I don't know if anyone remembers, we did this last year with the Winter Olympics.
We did it with the Winter Olympics.
It was
and today's
fun.
Theme is... the Super Bowl. Yeah. We're coming up to the Super Bowl.
We live in Phoenix, Arizona, so you can imagine the
Super Bowl is here in Phoenix.
It's big,
as
big
is
news.
A giant golf tournament. So that's going to be our theme.
Yeah.
You may not care about football, but let me say this about football, which is it is an interesting opportunity to draw people in motion. We're going to be using frozen pictures, frozen frames. But it's just football players are magnificent specimens, first of all, but also they're just the positions that they get into and things like that. So
and
it'll be interesting.
They're moving real fast.
Yeah, and we're only going to be doing it for 4 minutes, so it's going to be more kind of in a gestural kind of way of thinking. But yeah, so
all right, let's get on it.
While you're getting on it, I just want to mention again, apropos of nothing. My dip pen class, because in the next week or so we're gonna end this sort of introductory price that we've been selling it at, and it's gonna go to higher price.
Yeah,
it's still reasonable, I think, but if you have been waiting or thinking about signing up but haven't, here's a motivation. Here's a reason to do it, kind of now-ish, which is so I teach you how to draw and write and letter with a dip pen, which I'm going to be using today, among other things, and it's a fun course, and a lot of people seem to have enjoyed doing it. So please join us if you want to, or pay more later.
Yeah, come get a good deal, while you can.
Right. All right, so here we go. Here's the relay. So are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. So
I'm not ready with the timer, because apparently that AI has outsourced my job.
Exactly. You've been replaced by a robot. Mm-hmm. So grab an object. I think I'm going to go with... here we go. Are you ready? Here we go. All right. So I'm going to go with this metallic. No, it's not a metallic. I will go with a metallic. It's a gold pencil. I'll try a gold pencil. And, don't get overly concerned about capturing it right. Just think, well, we've only got 4 minutes. So, there's not a huge amount of time to do it in. So, JJ, what are your feelings about football?
I like the accoutrements. So I enjoy, as you know, a hot dog. I enjoy a beer. I enjoy competition, but I don't really know that much about the teams. In fact, we didn't even know who was playing in the Super Bowl.
I think it's the Yankees and the Rangers.
Yeah, but I think what makes it really fun for a lot of people is that, it almost is like a soap opera, right? You know all the players, you know their rivalries, you understand, their quirks. And I think that, layering on of information is what turns it into like some version of storytelling. So for us, when we watch it, we kind of, we watch maybe 2 games a year.
It's kind of like watching a show that you miss most of the episodes. So.
Yeah, kind of. So, and I mean, do we know if we even root for the Eagles or the Kansas City? I mean, I know. Are
they playing? Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of them. Yes, that's the team.
But neither of them have much to do with this. Kansas City, don't really care. Never been there. Philadelphia, yeah, I guess.
I mean, we love Philly. We have, still strong ties to the Northeast, and Tiger Woods kicks the ball good. Yeah. So all sports in our house we kind of refer to as sports ball. It's like some kind of sports ball. But football, I think that the Rihanna halftime show is something I'm looking forward to.
Oh, Rihanna.
Yeah. I like the celebratory aspect of it. And I think it is, it's a day to get together with friends. Everybody has a couple of drinks. You eat a lot of naughty foods. You have some laughs. That to me is the gold. Just
it used to be the commercials because we both worked on Super Bowl commercials.
We spent decades.
Yeah, and there was a time when that was like the big deal was watching the commercials.
Yeah, it was. For us, we would pretty much focus on the
because
commercials.
when we were in the advertising business, and it's really fun to do a Super Bowl commercial. And
they spend some quan on these things.
Some quan. Yes.
I will not alarm you and tell you. Yeah. Oh, Gen Z Puppy Bowl, yes.
Oh, the Puppy Bowl.
Oh, outstanding programming. That is really good. So yeah, I would say all in all, I'm into it.
You are into it?
I'm into it. Yeah. I mean, I'm thinking about the foods, as I do. I'm liking the fact that, the chili, the cornbreads.
It's not Thanksgiving.
The cookies.
It's not Thanksgiving. It's just a football game.
You know what we should get? We should get See's candies. I mean,
anything is an excuse to get See's candies.
Well, and then we could go, because we're going to be going to pick up, obviously, Valentine's Day supplies. And while we're there, because believe it or not, we have actually been invited to a Super Bowl party. So we could take See's candies. I mean, would that not endear us?
Why not? So, so my drawing he's a little portly, but this guy.
It's like the wrinkles in the jersey. What are you going to do about that?
There we go. We're out. We're done. That's it. 3 minutes.
Oof.
4 minutes.
Wow, that went fast.
Did it? Yeah. I thought it was reasonable. Let's do another one. So pick a different object, a different implement. That was a gold pencil that I was using. And now I'm thinking I'm going to use this thing called a mild liner brush. See how that goes. All right, so this is a different sort of gentleman holding another ball.
It's a different pose. It might even be the same guy.
It might be.
We went for
these are stock
photos because we like to be respectful and not just appropriate someone's imagery. So these stock photos, this white background, I think it's helpful because you can almost do negative space.
Yeah, it's just a cleaner thing. I mean, I think if you look at a lot of photos that you see in football games, there's a lot.
There's all stuff in the background.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah, exactly.
So this guy he was number 5, but he's been traded. And now he's number 6.
He's working his way up the ladder.
He is soon. He might get to be number 7.
I I think he also at some
or maybe
point,
it's a demotion. Maybe he's
at some point he
towards
becomes a
#1.
kicker.
Oh, does he?
I think so. Well, maybe that's someone else. Anyway, sorry for the spoiler. There will be a
kicker
punting moment later.
For those of you who are fans of the kick. Yeah, I'm drawing him not like a human being, but just like an object. So that is sometimes an okay strategy, but I'm not really thinking that much about his anatomy, honestly. I'm just sort of drawing him like an object.
Objectifying this handsome man.
I guess so.
Yeah, it's about time we objectify men instead of only doing that to women.
Well,
I'm an equal opportunity objectifier.
Exploiter. Very good.
I'd like to objectify the puppy bowl. That's the real, those objects.
So, I don't know how you're approaching this drawing. I'm using this thing. It's called this fine liner brush. It's a brush on one end and it's a kind of point at the other end. It's kind of an interesting color thing because they're called mild because
who makes this?
This is zebra, but they're mild because the colors are not super strong. They're light, and they make a bunch of different ones. It's sort of an interesting thing to draw with, and yeah. Also, what are you thinking about the foreshortening, which I've already kind of screwed up a bit, but his arm it's a little stumpier. Yeah, it's not really good, but it's not.
I'm not sure you've gotten the definition of his muscles quite right.
Not yet. I'm still working on it.
I see. Well, you have 1 minute.
I have to pull out my definition tool. I don't know. It's an interesting challenge. So mine is kind of scritchy scratch too, which is.
Are you going to leave him torso only?
Yes, because I'm not gonna bother drawing the stuff that isn't there in the picture.
Well, I beg to differ.
You can just see a little bit of his knee.
Yeah, I mean.
All right, so I'll do a bit of that. Yeah.
All the sports ball stuff, the success of most sports ball is the hips. So, you're going to make a great throw, a great pass. You've got to, it's all in your hips.
It's all in the hips.
It's not the arm, it's the hips.
All right, so that is kind of giving up on this one a bit.
I'm not going to say anything.
Thank you. It's not going to be helpful. All right. Yeah, so, drawing with a brush wasn't, it is what it is. So maybe I'll draw with another brush. I'm going to try drawing with another brush. Here we go. Ready? Time for some official coffee, though.
Yeah, give yourself a palate cleanser.
Right. Grab your next instrument.
People are complaining about the helmets.
Yeah, well, we were going to do football players without helmets, but apparently that's not allowed
CTE.
anymore. So here we go. All right, so this guy is running, in case you didn't notice. I think this is actually a woman.
I beg to differ.
No, it is. It's a woman.
Really?
Yeah, there was a bunch. This stock photo thing had a bunch of women, or the same woman dressed as a football player.
Oh, that's pretty radical. Yeah. That's. I would not want to be in any kind of running competition with this human.
Yeah, I think
male or female.
I think unfortunately,
it's an athletic stride.
I think unfortunately there are more female football players in the world of stock photography than there are in the real world. But yeah, she might. In this picture, it doesn't really matter what sex she is or what gender she is. It's sort of immaterial. But what is interesting about this is just the slope of the body. That it's,
right, like running, with the wind at your back, pushing you forward.
Yeah. Figuring out how does that lay out exactly, and then this arm, it's there.
What's the deal with this pen?
This is, it's a Pentel micro brush.
Oh.
So it is. It's kind of thin. And, it's not bad for this kind of gestural thing.
Oh, I like what you did with that foot there.
She's a bit tubbier the way I drew her. But
I wasn't sure if you just somehow inadvertently gave her a bosom.
No, she's got this big
pad
inside there, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, the helmet is a bit of a pain, but I would just think of it as just a circle sitting on top. Well, seriously, it's not. We're not going to really create the personality and of the human. It's really more in the movement of the body, and there we go. Yeah, and then there's also the added pressure of knowing that you're about to run out of time. That's what makes a relay fun.
I think anyone who came here today thinking it was a drawing lesson is now fully aware it's a drawing session.
It's a drawing session, and
there's something about this. Maybe it's the sepia tone of this pen.
Yeah.
But it's giving me retro football.
Maybe. Yeah.
Right, like the bloomers. And the puny little helmet. It's like football from, the 30s.
Is it the helmet, maybe?
The helmets
are much
proportions
bigger
are bigger than, I mean...
Helmets were kind of just like a little leather cap.
Exactly.
The days of yore.
And maybe that's what I'm riffing on, is this pen is giving me,
There we go.
pigskin sort of vibes. Ay.
This will be cool when the whole page is done. Trust me, people. Yours is you're gonna be happy with yours eventually. So I'm gonna move. I'm done with the brushes for now. I'm gonna move to a different kind of just a kind of a mechanical pencil sort of deal. Let's see how that goes. All right, this is quite a dramatic thing. We're sort of leaping to catch the ball. Somebody might ask, why don't you just sort of sketch out the whole thing and then go back in? Maybe I'll try that.
I mean, yeah, I would go for negative space with this exercise. Did you practice these? Do you sometimes practice what you're going to do on Draw With Me in advance? Does that ever happen? Or you really just kind of wing it?
No, I wing it. I mean, why should I get to practice? Nobody else does.
Yeah, that's true.
You know? I mean, all I can say is I think it should be fairly obvious from the outcome that I didn't practice. But that's part of the point, right? You see, that's more of a gestural thing, which might be better.
And what kind of pencil is this?
This is called a Zensation by Zebra. Zebra Zensation. It's a nice. It's a mechanical pencil essentially, but it's plastic, and it's really a nice soft lead that I think is pretty nice to draw with. And I tried erasing with it once. It's not really designed for erasing, so that's the kind of pencil I appreciate.
I was gonna say it's like if you were to design a pencil, that would be how...
It would be a pencil that was really not a pencil. So far, my guy looks less like a football player, more like a ultimate frisbee player or something. But we'll see if we can butch him up a bit.
Number 11, so...
Yeah, so he's kind of lower on the totem pole.
Why? I thought that we're going...
Oh, you think they're getting higher, right?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't know. I have no idea.
I think it's all fantasy.
I mean, I honestly don't know. Do players get to choose their own number?
I think if they're really successful, they get to keep their same number.
Well, I mean, if you make it to the Super Bowl, then you're really successful, right? Oh, I guess these are stock photo. Yeah, they probably didn't get to pick their number.
They got to... Yeah. So... These pictures also have nice directional lighting that helps to make these guys look a bit beefier and more 3D, you know. It's a tough job being a football player, I would imagine.
Oof.
Can you imagine? Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be a stressful job.
We have a friend who is a professional baseball player, and it's interesting just to hear the stories of that. Like in some ways, it's like being a rock musician or something like that, where you spend so much of your time just sort of sitting around in second-rate hotels, waiting for the big show, and often it being a bit repetitive. That's really why I didn't become a professional athlete. I was considering it for a while, but yeah, I just didn't think I could spend that much time in hotels. So I went to advertising so I could spend a huge amount of time in hotels. But yeah, and that's okay. I'm not bad. I'm not mad at this drawing. And time's up, so that's just as well.
There we have it.
All right, thank you. That was a sensational drawing. I enjoyed it much more. Right.
Should we take a breather? We're kind of like jamming through these things. I think people are
dropping out.
Yeah,
right?
people are. I didn't want to say it directly, but the number counts keep going down.
No, it's not actually true. But I think like Wilma saying, I won't be posting my efforts this week. Wilma,
you can do it.
She says better to draw chocolates or martinis.
Oh, David, yes, halftime. We should have
And Robert Crumb is pointing out an important thing, which Robert Crumb would point out, which is more women.
Well,
yeah. Thank you, Robert.
We've been criticized for that. We do groups of men sort of on the reg.
You know, it's unfortunately the nature of professional football is mainly men. So, yes.
We should have had a halftime show prepared.
Do you want to sing something? Do you want to sing the national anthem?
I sure don't.
All right, we're moving on.
Okay.
Grab your next one. Okay, I'm going to go with a colored pencil, a different colored pencil.
Why don't you show what is your page looking like at this point?
Because I'm going to use up time if I do.
Oh, geez, yeah.
I'll look at it later on. There's no time to be
here it is.
Standing around self-congratulating.
Punting.
Congratulating.
I really hope you do make that football large on the page.
Sure.
I think that'll be fun. I think it'll help the spread.
It's true. I mean, it needs to be like a kind of the one that sums up the theme, right? Not sure if I put it in the right place, but boy, this is not easy. Whose idea was this?
Sorry.
Yeah, this is JJ's idea. She was like, let's just draw football players. And I said, it's not as easy as you make it sound. But, you know, if it was easy, it wouldn't be worth doing. That's what they say. Is that true?
I mean, for all the people who are forced to watch the Super Bowl but don't care much about the sport, we're giving them practice for an activity they can do, which is...
Yeah, you could impress like your uncle or
your drunk uncle.
Your cousin. Say, oh yes, the Super Bowl. We've drawn that. I'll say, what are you talking about? Could you get me another beer? So far, my guy's looking a little bit like he just threw out his leg, threw out his hip. It is a strange thing being a kicker. Like we know somebody whose son is a kicker, right?
Yeah.
He might become a professional.
Well, I think he's going
to become
in the top 10 of college
things. And it's like your whole job is that one thing. And a lot of times I think they don't even get to do it that much, right? They maybe do it once in a game.
No.
You think they do it more than that?
Yes.
But aren't there multiple kickers?
I mean, I think, I will try to get some answers to this when I see this friend's mom next week. Because admittedly, I don't know.
I mean, when you watch a football game, I guess there's like
it's like after every touchdown.
After every touchdown, and then
there are field goals.
But I always thought that there were more than one of these guys.
Well, I mean, what if somebody gets injured? You have to have redundancy.
Well, I thought it was more like a pitcher. Like they just kind of bring in the guy. Like, okay, this guy's good for this.
Yeah, but there are multiple pitchers on any given team as well. You really don't know much about sports ball, do you?
I had a deprived childhood. I'm not unhappy with this. How much time do we have left? Did I forget to put a timer on?
No,
this
you
one?
have a whole minute.
Oh, where's the timer?
It's up above in the mid.
Oh, okay. I can't see it. Oh, there it is. Oh, it shouldn't be there. It should be over here. All right. Yeah, that was, unfortunately, in my case, his leg got cut off by the guy in front of him. So that's kind of joining them together in a nice way.
I'm not sure that's nice.
I know, but I didn't really think about it.
It's like kick in the head. That's how you get concussions.
He's trying to kick the ball that the other guy's trying to catch. So, but I guess nobody kicks the ball except for the kicker, right? No, it happens sometimes.
No.
Sometimes they can have a play where somebody will pick up the ball and kick it. Isn't that the case?
I mean, I don't know.
It's called football. Presumably they kick it sometimes. This is pathetic. I hope that none of you are big football fans.
I think we're letting people down. I mean,
people are just sick of this. It's true. We did. We just lost like 50 people.
Is it the worst draw with me ever?
I think we just got. Well, no. There have been much worse draw with me. All right, are you guys ready for another one? Yeah, I'm thinking maybe green. Let's go. Whew. All right, I'm going to put that guy down in the corner, I think, down here. This guy is like a real tank. This guy looks like what you think of as a football player, although it's probably one of the same guys that we just drew. But there's something about
it's
this
number
posture.
11 yet again.
It's something about this posture that seems very kind of beefy and.
Well, because he's coming to tackle you. He's coming to block you and tackle you.
Block you, yeah.
People are like, how many more?
Hey guys, this is just like watching the Super Bowl.
This is training for like, how do you?
Should we stop and do some commercials?
We could do Rihanna.
We could share some of the commercials.
Shine bright like a diamond.
Thank you.
Shine bright like a diamond.
Hold on. Come on, guys. You can do this. And if you can't, just drink another beer.
Everybody wants a cheerleader. I guess they just want to see female form after all of these.
That's so sexist.
Beefy bods.
Isn't cheerleading kind of a
I'm
questionable
not,
from a feminist point of view?
I don't really want to get myself in hot water, but I'm not sure the cheerleaders get the respect they deserve.
All right. Should we stop after this one? We could stop. We don't have to keep going.
I mean,
there's no point in being a damn fool about it.
I mean, I'm having fun, but I'm not drawing.
Take a vote.
It's a tough crowd, It's a tough crowd.
This is not meant to be fun, people. This is real life.
Jeff, keep going. Go the whole 9 yards. Thank you for the pep talk.
The whole 9 yards.
Honestly, this is the best drawing you've done so far.
Hey, see, you do get better as you do this more. I've never drawn a football player before, so I'm getting better at it. This is how drawing works, folks. That may not be the case for you. It is often the case for me, but
drawing what you don't like gives you the vision to draw what you like. I'm
going to get that tattooed on me somewhere.
Please don't. But that is wisdom right there on the page.
You said that.
Robert Crumb.
I remember when he said that. Yeah. All right.
I mean, that has like the coiled, like a spring sort of.
Like a diamond, yeah.
Yeah. No, but you know what I'm saying. Like the texture you made with your marks give it the feeling that he's about to spring forward.
Yeah. Or fall back. Depending on what time zone he's playing in.
Okay.
I think it's because he's in a posture that's like a dog, and I like to draw dogs, and I've drawn a lot of dogs, so I think that's probably what's going on here.
Oh, God. Cue the hate mail.
Don't you think that's a sort of a canine posture? Like a bulldog. Getting ready to leap forward, plunge forward.
I don't know, but I think it's a very nice drawing.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Now I know what to give you for Valentine's Day.
I already bought your present to me for Valentine's Day.
Hoo-wee! What should we do? Should we talk about something else, or should we do another drawing? We could I think we have one more.
Stay the course.
One more. Let's
should we do a stretch? Oh no, that's baseball.
We could do halftime, but we only have one more to do, and I have a blank piece of paper, part of my paper that I need to do it in.
Yeah, I mean, how is it going to be a good spread if you leave all that open space?
Should I do it with a dip pen?
I think you should get some other color in there, though.
I'm doing kind of earth tones.
I see, yeah, okay. People are like, you said 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we kept an extra one.
Lucky 7.
If we were having a good time, and we thought we would do another one.
Come on,
people.
it's the bonus round.
You've been so good, you get to do one more. Let's do one more. How about doing it in watercolor?
Ooh!
Yeah.
Is that the little line and wash kit that Jedediah Doré collaborated on?
I'm going to do it in line and wash.
Yes, this is the extra point. So what do they call that when you
Conversion?
Yes. Okay, we have
no idea how I knew that.
Yeah, we've made a touchdown with this beautiful spread.
Give me some thumbs up if you want to keep going on this last one, because this is a feature that's pretty cool. I don't know.
We're doing it. No, we're doing it.
Okay. We're doing it. Here we go.
And you're going to do watercolor, which I think is cool.
Oh, this is nice. Oops, let me just get my paper right. So I'm going to do this guy up over here. I mean, this is a very nice pose, I have to say.
I wish I could do that. I mean, just once in my life.
Yeah.
Because you can see he is going to catch that ball. I mean, that must be an incredibly gratifying feeling. Arlene Emmerman, I'm done.
Oh, come on, Arlene.
I know.
Quitter.
Look.
There's no quitting in football.
Yes, actually, there's a lot of quitting in sports.
All right. I'm kind of disappointed in you, I'll be honest.
Nah, it's all good in the hood.
You know, I thought you people.
Oh, no, we're back to this.
I was looking for resilience, tenacity. Come on, people.
Oh, I'm getting lag.
We're down a little bit, but we can still win.
We're going to leap in the air.
We can still do this.
I mean, it's funny because when we did this with the Winter Olympics,
it was more varied and it was less hateful.
Well, no, people actually really liked it. But I think maybe
this is too
our
difficult?
audience is not for football.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I really thought that I could count on you to come through with me, to put up with this, to put up with this assignment. I'd say drawing with a brush is a pretty nice thing. Do you do it much? You know, I think you can draw so many different ways with a brush. It is very nice.
Some of these comments are priceless.
Right. We only have 90 seconds left. This is when things get exciting in a football game, isn't it?
Did you intend to do any lettering on this page? Like Super Bowl?
Could do. I don't know what to write because I don't really know what I'm doing. I don't know what the words are. You know, I usually have a pretty good vocabulary, but in this case...
There might be a Roman numeral involved. You're probably good at that.
That's true. We could just put down some... Yeah, we could put down some stuffs. What should I do? With a dip pen, of course. And in that case, we might have to go into overtime.
Yeah, we've got timeouts remaining, as Jeff has pointed out.
So what is it?
I mean, that is the infuriating part of watching football, is like, you're like, okay, it's almost over. And then they have, the ball goes nowhere while they have assorted timeout discussions.
I keep thinking I know what word to put, but I don't.
Do you want help?
Yeah. Give me some football words.
Do it for the Gipper?
No. I want verbs that people do things with.
Oh.
Like punt is the one that I came up with so far. And then catch, I guess.
Yeah. Pass. Block. Tackle.
Block, yeah. Block is good.
I mean...
And then...
That looks like punk.
What is it called? Is it when you're running down the... Like this guy with the golden guy.
He's catching.
The woman. No, the woman. She's got the ball under her arm and she's running down the field. What do we call that?
I think you call that running.
Running.
Receive. Right. Receive. She's a receiver.
God, this is pathetic. This is, yeah. Running.
It's sprinting?
There's got to be a better word than that. Passing.
No, it's not passing.
I know, but this other guy's passing.
It's not rugby.
You know, you people might find this hard to believe, but I was a rugby player in college.
Not at a real college, though.
What do you mean? I was.
Well, but that's.
I was on the Princeton rugby team.
No.
What do you mean no?
I mean, it was more like a eating and drinking kind of.
That is not true. We came in first, not my division, but somebody else's division came in first. Yeah. How about this is an interception? Isn't that a word? Intercept?
Yes. Yeah, touchdown. I mean, I would say this whole Draw With Me episode,
yeah,
not a touchdown. Might have been a sack. Quarterback sack.
I wrote touching down.
It's the return of the Apollo astronauts touching down.
God, do we still have this much time left? Oh no, we went back to the beginning again? What happened?
Fumble.
Yeah, we went back to the beginning.
I think,
all right, so I'm going to stop here.
Yeah, I think the whole title of this spread should be Fumble. This was a fumble.
JJ, you can't say stuff like can't be derisive.
I know people.
You're supposed to be encouraging.
People will send hate mail.
Yeah. We've already got 1 thumbs down.
Oh, no, we did?
Yeah. Well, you did. I didn't.
Oh, I thought you meant on the likes of YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
So there we go. I mean, as a page, not bad, despite what JJ just said.
No, I said it was going to be an awesome page. I just think there are individual components that...
I think that was good.
Show the whole page. Oh, I see you are. I have lag. Sorry.
I think it's reasonable. I think it's okay. I think what was interesting about it was using the different materials, different experiences, trying to figure it out. Like I felt in the end that probably colored pencil was my strong suit, but I also was quite happy with the watercolor. And I also went from this person at the beginning who looks like a sort of, looks more like a baseball catcher, like an overweight softball playing, like guy playing on the weekend with his buddies, kind of more along those lines. But then eventually, it got better with time. So, and it all feels quite lively and jocular.
Yeah, I mean, look, challenges are part of life.
Oh, that's very nice. I'm going to get that tattooed on me as well.
No, please stop with the tattoos. Stop with the you people and the tattoos.
Well, that was really fun. I found it fun. Hard but interesting, as one J Diamond. Any relation to Rihanna? 1J? Robert Crumley points out it was a beer belly. That's true. But I mean, there was a time when football players did have beer bellies.
Yeah.
Remember the fridge?
The refrigerator? Chicago Bears? Yeah. The Bears.
Yeah. Jeff's going to yell, touching down. Touching down. Touching down. Crow and Cloud is very diplomatic. She says that was interesting. Yeah.
Someone else further up said, I liked it, but I also hated it.
See, a lot of people. See, Melly B's dad says, you people. And Mary has a tattoo that says, you people. See? Garrett's also getting a you people thing. I'm telling you, you people.
Look, for everyone...
I might change the name of the show to Drawing with You People. Oh, God, that was hard.
It was hard. But now the whole rest of your day is going to get better. It's going to get easier from here. Okay. Whatever you have to deal with today will not be as hard as drawing these 7 football figures. That goes for everyone here.
Remind me not to do this at the World Series. What other sporting events are there? There's the Stanley Cup coming up.
Well, we have here in Phoenix, at the same time as the Super Bowl, we have the Waste Management Open.
Waste Management. So next week we'll be drawing waste management. What is that exactly? Recycling garbage bags?
I mean, honestly, it's like a huge PGA Tour event, and people are very into it.
A desperate need for rebranding. Waste Management. That's the name of a sporting event. As if there wasn't enough waste involved with sports anyway. Yes. Well, thank you all for being here. As Robert says, it's like doing a rosary. It sucks, but it helps.
I don't know. Does it? Debatable.
Regina's going back to her knitting. So. Brother.
All right, so next week we'll do something more fun. We'll draw the puppy bowl.
We haven't drawn dogs in a while.
True.
As always, we are open to suggestions. What would you like to draw? We may choose to ignore your suggestion, but we are certainly open to receiving it.
Well, whatever we choose will have been someone else's suggestion. Just look at it that way.
Really? I just suggested puppies. Recovering Soul also likes it, so therefore that's conceivably what we'll do. We'll do a look back at the Puppy Bowl. Actually, we could stream the Puppy Bowl.
I think that only happens.
But it's probably recorded. We could probably put we could probably play the video of them wandering around and just draw from it. We could try that. Monica wants to do Valentine's stuff.
Yeah, remember when we did the creepy Valentines?
We did.
Is anyone here
We did a heart.
Part of that.
Remember we did like an actual
We did an
heart?
anatomical heart, but then we did those creepy historical like vintage Valentines. They were so
Oh yeah, that's right.
so disturbing.
That was like 2 or 3 years ago. That was pretty wild.
And people didn't like that either. You know, maybe February is like a fallow
Let's just
time
take
for
off.
us. Yeah.
Oh, Connie has the Colo Guard golf tournament in Tucson. Yeah, we'll be drawing that. We'll be drawing the colon from various points of view. That'll kind of tie in.
Yeah, let's not. Okay, let's sign off.
Okay.
Thanks, everybody.
Okay, hold on a second. I have to do the official ending here. So, yes. So I wanted to remind you of a few things. I want to see these Super Bowl drawings. I insist that no matter how good they are, you share them on social media and you tag them, hashtag SBS Draw With Me. It will be sad if at the beginning of next week's show there aren't a lot of football players.
There was a pre-roll recently where we had almost none.
Yeah.
It was sad.
So you please just do it.
I mean, if you went to the effort to draw these things.
If you went to the effort of showing up. Otherwise, I'm going to have to do my usual cavalcade of nude self-portraits. So tune in for that if you're interested. Yes. So hashtag SBS Draw With Me. My essays. Did you know that you can get a free book when you sign up for my weekly essays? Free. Essays are free too.
Yeah.
Everything's free.
Free.
It's all free.
I mean, this show is free. Thank goodness this show is free. Because what if we had charged people for this?
You got your money's worth this week, you people.
All right, let's sign off.
Dip into Dip Pens.
Yeah, buy it.
Not too late to sign up for it and get the original low bargain price. And then subscribe to this channel. I know a lot of you do.
Give us a like, do a subscribe.
I know that several of you don't. And I have a list. And next time I will be calling people out and forcing you to subscribe. So just click. Yes, Robert Crumb wants to know about giveaways. This week we don't have any giveaways.
We don't have one this week, but
but we will
we
next
often
week.
do. Yeah, we will have next week.
Next week we will. So do we look at Facebook, Eva Altawan?
Yeah,
Yes.
we collect them from Facebook.
Instagram.
I mean, if you tag it, we collect it from Facebook.
Yeah, you have to put hashtag SBS Draw. We can't look at every single post on Facebook. And
no,
find it.
if we did, then we would
just
definitely be in an early grave.
All right, that's it. That's enough.
No, let's go.
We've done enough. Thank you.
Yep.
Thanks. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.